Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Edward Waddell, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time to introduce myself and introduce the course just a little bit before we kind of look at the syllabus together this week and jump into some of the beginning chapters, which focus just on really this general introduction to biology. We'll talk a little bit about the chemistry that's going to be important for the topics we're going to discuss this term. Um, but really, this week is going to be really chill. I want to make sure that everyone can access the course well. Everyone is comfortable with the different things that we're going to be doing throughout the course this term. Importantly, everyone orders and receives their lab supplies, and that'll be discussed a little bit further in the e-learning module overview. um, but yeah, so this video, I just want to take a couple minutes to introduce myself and explain to you who I am, and hopefully um, kind of personalize this virtual environment. So again, my name is Edward Waddell. Um, I am currently a neurodevelopmental biologist, so I'm a scientist. I'm also an educator at the University of Pennsylvania, and I like teaching. So that's what brings me here to Rowan College for this spring term. I've taught at Rowan College in the past, only one course back in the fall of 2018. So I'm happy to be back. It's a little different, obviously, being in this virtual environment, but I have a lot of fun teaching, and ultimately, I want this course to be a lot of fun as well. Um, so, a little bit about my path through science and how I've gotten to where I am today. I grew up in Sicklerville, particularly Ariel, if anyone knows the area, so right around here. I went to high school at Timber Creek Regional High School in Sicklerville, and I graduated in 2010. Um, I then went to Camden County College, where I received my associates. I was a liberal arts major. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in college when I first started. So I went in undecided and then really couldn't decide. So I went with liberal arts because it was a very broad major. But ultimately, I began to really become interested in studying biology. And so when I graduated from Camden County, I transferred to Drexel University, um, which is in the city of Philadelphia. But at the time, they had a partnership with Burlington County College. So I attended the satellite campus at Burlington County College for financial reasons. I'm first person in my family to go to college, and I come from a pretty low income background. So I was paying my own way through college, and going the community college route and then the satellite campus route was really the best way to save money for me and be able to afford actually going to college. So I graduated Drexel University in 2014 with my bachelor's degree in biology. And it was during my undergrad, particularly that junior to senior year transition, that I really became interested in scientific research, particularly neurodevelopmental biology. And what that encompasses is pretty much I study how our nervous system develops, right? How we go from, a little embryo, a little, single cell egg to this giant complex organism. How we move, how we talk, how we think, how we breathe, right? All of that is the responsibility of our nervous system. And it's really interesting, at least to me, to study how that system wires itself correctly, right? Because we can see with various diseases such as neurodevelopmental disorders like autism spectrum disorders, um, many cognitive defects, or even on the flip side, neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's disease or ALS or Parkinson's, right? The smallest little changes to the players in our nervous system, like proteins or our neurons, which are our cells that send the signals that tell us to function, essentially, right? The smallest little changes can lead to these catastrophic disease states, which ultimately lead to death or a major impairment of life. And so I was just really interested in, right, the biology behind how we develop. Um, so that really encouraged me to go on to pursue my doctorate. So I have a PhD from Drexel University. So I stayed at Drexel University to complete my doctorate. I stayed in a lab that I had started working in as an undergrad, and I obtained my PhD in the fall of 2019. Um, During my PhD, I also became very interested in education and pedagogy, which is essentially the study of learning and teaching. And so, in addition to pursuing my doctorate, I also obtained my master's in education, specifically in higher education. So, in a college setting, working with undergraduate students. And as someone who came through the county college system, I was always really interested and excited to get back to the county college system, and really get to work with the students there who, were pretty much like I was, just a short number of years ago. What I really like about the student populations at the community college, you see a lot of non-traditional students, you see a lot of students just really exploring education, um, exploring their learning, which is really fun for me. Um, so in the fall of 2019, I took a full-time scientist position at the University of Penn. So I'm a faculty member at the University of Penn in the neurobiology department. Particularly, I'm in the Perlman School of Medicine. So I'm at the med campus in the city of Philadelphia. But yeah, so, and that's where I am currently. I enjoy the research I'm doing. I use fruit flies, so Drosophila melanogaster, as a model organism to study how our axons and our dendrites. So we'll talk a little bit throughout this course about neurons. I'll introduce them just a little bit because that's what I like. But pretty much axons and dendrites are the projections that come off of a neuron that send and receive signals. And neurons connect to each other and connect to your muscle, which allow you to wave and talk and breathe via these axons and dendrites. And so I study how these axons and dendrites find the appropriate partner, right? How do they know where to connect and signal? Why don't they just connect incorrectly? Um, and so that's a really interesting field of study for me. Um, Currently, I live in Winona, so right around the Gloucester campus here for RCSJ, with my wife, who is a neonatal intensive care unit nurse at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and my daughter, Isla, who is 6 months. So it's been a very exciting, interesting, crazy pandemic, having a new baby and just kind of exploring education and science and life in potentially our new normal. So that's a little bit about myself. As you can see behind me, I'm a big comic book fan. It's the one hobby that's really persisted with me throughout the entirety of my education, reading comic books. Obviously, I like watching, more like pop culture TV shows. I just watched The Mandalorian, second season, which I thought was great. I just finished finally the last season of Supernatural. What else am I currently watching? Watched the first two episodes of WandaVision, which I thought were a lot of fun. Um, I really like playing video games. I don't have as much time as I'd like to, but I'm currently working my way through Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. I'm a big Philadelphia sports fan. Like I said, I was born and raised here in South Jersey, so pretty much Philadelphia. So I'm a big Philadelphia sports fan. So I'm enjoying watching the Flyers, especially since they beat the Penguins twice in a row. That's always nice to see. Um, so yeah, I mean that's a little bit about myself. The last thing that I want to touch on in this intro video are just some big overview goals of the course. I'm going to get more into the specific goals of the course in the syllabus video, which should be right below this one. And I hope you guys watch next or sometime during this week. You should watch it. But the big goals of this course, being a Bio 101, being a very broad introduction to biology, um, I don't expect all of you to take away everything, every topic that we learn in this course. You know, this course is pretty broad. And looking through the course register, I see a lot of, you know, some of you guys are undecided majors, some of you guys are biology majors, some of you guys are health sciences majors, and we have quite a few other majors. And that's really great because one of the biggest things that we can do for ourselves, especially in today's world, in academia, so in higher education, is take away these STEM literary skills, right? So just like, you know, things like reading and writing and arithmetic are considered like core skills to be a productive member of society, right? We're moving into an age where things like critical thinking, being able to find good sources, problem solving, reading primary literature, and understanding what is a good source and what is a bad source, or what is a trustworthy source and what is an unreliable source, are becoming very, very important. And these are the skills that I really want you guys to take away with you when you leave this course. Like I said, you know, we're going to get into some plant biology. I don't expect everyone to remember every single thing we talk about in terms of plant biology and anatomy. I don't. I hope you do. But if I was a student in this course, I probably wouldn't. The biggest takeaways are going to be those skills, which you're going to carry with you into Bio 102 or whatever other sort of STEM courses you guys decide to pursue next. And even non-STEM courses, things like being able to think critically about a problem, seeing a problem in real life, thinking about a potential solution, right? So forming a hypothesis about that problem. What do you think a potential answer is? And then game planning a way to address that question and figure out a solution. I mean, that's the scientific method in a nutshell, right? And so those are the things that I really hope that we can boil down that you can take away with you from this course. The other big thing with this course is I want you guys to have fun with it. I know Bio 101 is traditionally seen as this weed out course or this really intense, just grogging, memorization style course. And I'm going to do my best to make it not that. As you're going to see when we talk about the syllabus, I think I've come up with a great way to, I think it's great, obviously, right? Because I'm implementing it. But, you know, I think a very good way to do things like exams and quizzes. But I'm always open to suggestion. And that's something else I want to stress right now is if you see something in this course and it's not working for you, or you don't think it's working well, tell me. And I'll be more than happy to play around with it and get it to a point where it's working well for you guys. I am not the type of educator that thinks that I know everything and I know more than you guys about everything, because that's not true. I've studied biology for the past 11 years very intensively. And that's why I'm the instructor for this course. But I don't pretend to be more knowledgeable than all of you. So in this course, I want to interact as peers. You know, I want you guys to be able to feel comfortable coming to me with suggestions or criticisms. It's not going to bother me. So please, you know, work with me to help make this course better. So yeah, with that, just one last time, I want to wish you guys a great semester. I look forward to interacting with all of you. I know a virtual setting can be kind of challenging, but you know, I think we take that challenge head on and we do the best we can. So If you have the time, move on down to the syllabus video. That'll be a little bit longer, and I'll get into some more of the discussion. The biggest thing is if you have comments or questions, email me or post in the discussion board. We're going to be, since this is an asynchronous class, I'm going to have synchronous options available. So 2 times a week, one night, one like afternoon, like midday. Just because I know people are on very different schedules. Like my wife works night shift, so I know a night thing wouldn't work for her. A midday thing would have to. I work during the day, so the day thing is challenging for me, but a night thing is perfect, right? So I know that our schedules are very different, and I totally understand, but those will be great ways to interact with me at a set time every single week. But in terms of office hours or just meeting with me, shoot me an email and let's set something up. I am very flexible schedule wise. I'm willing to meet when you guys can meet. All right. So thanks. I look forward to working with you over the next 15 weeks, and I hope you guys have a great spring semester.